We hadn't practiced. We didn't have a set list, and we played for like 2 hours, and it was so easy. Just like
it
that.
was.
See?
Yeah.
See?
It's like you finish each other's songs.
Oh, shit.
I write the songs that make the whole world sing.
Welcome back to Rising Artists. I'm your host, TJ Moss, and today I have the Lonesome Roses. We got Molly and Rihanna. Molly, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
How are you today, Rihanna?
Well, Timothy James, I'm doing great.
I'm glad to hear that. So, the Lonesome Roses, it's not a new band, but it's a new name. So, Molly, tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, well, we started as a band about 2 years ago. Oh, wait, 2025. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
3 years ago.
I know.
That feels right.
I was like...
Yeah, my math's off. I still feel like we're in 2024. But yeah, 3 years ago, we have been called Shh. It's S and 5 H's. Like our necklaces.
We've had to qualify it so many times.
Yeah.
You see the problem.
Yeah, we got to a point where when Alexa turns down every time you ask her to play shh, and nobody can say it right, nobody can spell it right.
If Alexa's like literally like none of your music.
Yeah, and no one can find you online.
It's so hard to find, and people get offended.
Yeah, it's like, why are you telling me?
Like minorly offended.
Yeah, what to do. Nobody likes that.
They're like, I feel reprimanded right now.
Yeah.
We've had quite a few people tell us we should change our name in the past, and we've been pretty strong against it. But we finally hit a wall, and we have officially changed it, and we feel good about it.
The Lonesome Roses, great name. How did we come up with that, Rihanna?
Actually, that's a great question.
Yes. Well, I don't remember. I think I was like, I had come up with like a long list of names, and we couldn't like figure out exactly. It's so hard to find a name.
So then, did you get a short list?
So, but then we got to the Rosalie's. I really like the Rosalie's, which, by the way, they're a really great band. We couldn't take it because there's a great band.
There's always a band
named the Rosalie's.
That was so many bands.
We had so many great names, and we were like,
all taken.
They just formed a month ago. Awesome,
Good
it's like
for
that.
you. Happy for you.
This name
So
has
happy.
actually also been taken.
Yeah, well, so we came up with this, the Lonesome Roses. Well, firstly, we were both like roses. I mean, if you can see, Molly's like covered in them. And then my grandmother's name was Rosie. So we had this connection. And rose is such like a Americana flower. So we were like, there's got to be a rose in there somewhere. And then I was like on the toilet one day.
We were recording.
So much happens on the toilet.
And I was like, hey, Molly.
The door was shut.
Slightly. And I said, what about the Lonesome Roses? And she was like, yeah.
That's it.
It was great.
Yeah, easy. And then we found that anyways, we don't need to go into the other.
There is another band, but they're not active. They
They're
don't
dormant.
have the website. There actually have been a few over the years with that name, but they're either not active or they're only active in their small region and they don't have the website.
They don't have the URL and they're not on
URL,
social, really. They're not on like Instagram.
Yeah. So
we were like, okay,
we're moving in.
We're doing it.
Yeah. Good.
Because we will be active.
Well,
we are gonna
honestly,
get it copyrighted.
band names are like song names. I mean, there's just too many bands.
Yeah,
there's just only so many words, right?
Yeah.
And especially like in this general vibe. Like,
and now that the whole world wants to be a band, you have like the oversaturation of names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's harder than you would think. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Molly, where did music start for you?
I grew up singing and in musical theater.
Here, right? In San Diego?
In San Diego.
Yeah.
I moved here from San Bernardino when I was 7. I was in a musical family. My parents were in a quartet and traveled, and my dad made music, and I just kind of was always drawn to it. But I really got into it. I grew up going to church, and I got into it singing at church.
Church and music theater. These are things that I did as
you
well.
understand.
Yes, I know very well. All right, Rihanna, your musical background.
Whitney Houston too, right? Church.
Oh, absolutely.
So many church.
Everybody, right? I got into music. Well, firstly, I was always playing stuff. Like my great grandmother gave me this piano and I would always play it, like really took to it. And then I had a guitar teacher who ended up giving me a guitar. And I was like, oh, this is easier. This is more portable. I can take this around with me. And then my dad gave me a guitar. It was just like a necessity. It was just very natural for me. And then I found myself writing. I would write songs and I wouldn't know the names of the chords. So I'd write symbols to represent it. So it was just always something
What were the
I was doing.
symbols?
Yeah.
Oh, like
Just
just
little-
swirls, stars, like depending on the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had no
Swirl
idea.
minor.
Yeah, like just
Amazing.
yeah, no theory, no background, no understanding.
I love that. So you just knew the shape and then you played the,
I was just creating. I was always
Yeah.
creating. So my
Amazing.
fingers would just find. Yeah, from the time I held a guitar, I was creating. It
Awesome.
was just like.
so it's a language that it speaks to
Yeah.
you very intimately. it
Yeah,
sounds like.
I don't remember a time that I wasn't playing music or.
So how old were you when you started writing songs?
Like I said, I don't remember ever a time that I wasn't. I know that sounds.
So
really,
like a kid, like
Yeah.
give me a ballpark.
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I wasn't like playing instruments at that point, but I was definitely like creating.
Yeah.
And then
Singing and just making up.
totally. And then I got, you hit your preteen and everything is so dramatic and cheesy.
Yeah.
So I wrote a bunch of terrible songs because that's
yeah.
where you have to start.
What was the first one called?
I don't even remember. I listened.
What's the first one that you remember?
I
What was it called?
I don't know the name, but I remember there was something about a sword.
Okay. What was the sword up to?
I don't know. It was very dramatic and cheesy. It was like
Prince, maybe.
no, it was like I'm sorry, I cannot remember much about it. I just remember there was something about a sword. Maybe Lord was in there somehow.
Gotta be.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good run.
Freeze cheese, like whatever.
Yeah. Whatever
goes
you
with
got.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, I won't badger you anymore about the first song.
Yeah, but I went
mine was
on
called
to-
"See You in Dreams." So
I love that you remember that.
I was 15.
Yeah.
It was so cheesy.
Oh man, I was
like
right.
a 15-year-old, like, you
Totally.
know, I was just trying to impress girls.
Yeah, it is impressive. Anybody that
It
can
wasn't.
write a song.
It didn't work,
No,
but eventually it did.
Yeah.
This isn't about me, though. Tell me a little bit more. Okay, so you formed the band. What sparked this? It sounds like you both sing, so there's harmony. Got to be harmony there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both did a lot of we did our own stuff for years. We both had solo careers and played with different bands and did all sorts of different things. But we became friends over the pandemic. We had a mutual friend who started this Zoom group every other week of 5 female artists, all working on different music projects. And we had known each other and of each other for 20 years,
Yeah.
but we were never really friends. We kind of ran in the same
acquaintances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of ran into each other a couple times. We talked on the phone once and talked about getting together, but it never happened.
Yeah.
And then
You took a guitar lesson from me once.
oh, that's right, Darla and I took
Yes.
a guitar lesson from you. I forgot about
And I
that
remember being like, why is Willie Jensen coming to me for guitar lessons?
because I needed them. Clearly, I still need them. But we became friends over the pandemic. I was living in LA, and then I moved back to San Diego. She was like, do you want to play a couple gigs with me? And we played a cover gig at a dim sum restaurant. We'd never played the two of us together before. We
Yeah.
hadn't practiced. We didn't have a set list, and we played for 2 hours, and it was
So easy.
Just like
It
that.
was-
See?
Yeah.
See?
It's like you
And it
finish
was
each other's songs.
Oh, shit. So, and then I was planning on moving back, but I just ended up staying, and we just were like, let's try writing. And we wrote a song in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was really easy.
Goodness
And then it
gracious.
just
When it's
so
easy, when
natural
it's right,
to
it's
it.
just,
Yeah.
And we were
sign
both
me
so
up.
tired doing
Yeah.
it by ourselves. We both knew that this is something that we're here to do, but we're just lonely.
Yeah.
And so this
Hence
just
the Lonesome
made sense. Oh,
Roses.
that is so great to tell in our story.
Lonesome is the
We were
better
lonesome.
word for lonely.
Absolutely were.
It's the more song.
So lonesome,
Oh my
I
gosh.
could
How did
cry.
we not put that together until right this second?
You're welcome.
That's what podcasts are for.
Just kidding.
Okay, so you put it together. It was so easy. It just started happening. Then you started writing together, and then you started recording. And
I think it was we loved the songs. We were like, these songs are so great. Also, we each have strengths and weaknesses that
compliment.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you, that really are helpful to each other. So there was a lot of balancing, and then we were like, well, we should just let's start a band. It really was so lighthearted. It was not serious, serious. It was just let's start a band, let's do this thing. Oh, fun, awesome. I remember the first list. I remember we were at Mike's house we were shooting a song, and we made this long list of names. They were all just
yeah.
jokes, like Deb and Synth. What were some of the names on that list?
I can't remember.
Good, bad band names are the best.
They were
Yeah.
just ridiculous. I mean, most of what we have done in this band is seriously just to make us laugh, besides the heavy songs that we
laugh a
write.
lot.
But that comes through. Like
Yeah.
you're like really lighthearted, fun people. And so I think that like that's always attractive to anybody that just wants to like escape
Yeah.
all the stuff that we're constantly, is coming at us. So
Bombarded with- yeah.
it's really nice. It's really refreshing. Ladies and gentlemen, check them out. This is such a pleasure to meet you both.
too.
Excited to
for
see
having
more about what's to come. And let's play some music, shall we?
Heck yeah.
What's this song called?
Ready?
It's called
Love me or leave me alone. Here we go.
Baby, you know that I love you. I said that I'd never leave, but decisions you made cause heartache and pain. It's time for something to change.
Darling, I've given you chances.
Way too many chances.
Wait a minute. I've given you so many days, but you wasted my time. I put my heart on the line, and hoping just gets in the way. So love me or leave me. I know that you're keeping me close, so you don't have to let go. I'm tired of trying, convincing and crying. So love me or leave me alone.
Honey, it's not what I wanted. I thought our love would not die. I guess that my eyes were blinded by lies, and Lord knows what else I might find. So love me or leave me. I know that you're keeping me close, so you don't have to let go. I'm tired of trying, convincing and crying. So love me or leave me alone. Love me or leave me alone. Don't keep stringing this poor girl along. I swear I'll be fine on my own. So love me or leave me alone. Love me or leave me. I know that you're keeping me close, so you don't have to let go. I'm tired of trying, convincing and crying. So love me or leave me alone. So